think he needs to be subpoenaed for any of it. If we go back and we think about things that he said before Cassie filed the lawsuit, right before Cassie filed the lawsuit, he was talking about how Diddy used to send videos of Cassie getting partied on, getting freaked off on.
Jaguar Wright, the gig is up. I know she's running around like Miss Cleo with a little rap on her head, telling everybody that she know things, talking real dramatic and walk people out of there. Shout out to Jaguar. I appreciate what she's brought to us the last couple years, but now with the Diddy trial underway, it makes her look a tad bit, a smidgen, a little bit suspect. Anyway, the title of this video is "She Will Regret Accusing 50 of Doing These Nasty Things." All right, let me know what y'all think in the comments afterwards. Here we go.
Especially Jay-Z. Diddy, I feel like Jaguar Wright was somewhat right about Diddy, if not 100% right about Diddy. But with Jay-Z, Jay-Z is big enough to where he's not really hearing what Jaguar Wright has to say. Eventually, she went on Piers Morgan and forced Jay-Z to hear what Jaguar Wright had to say. And that led to a cease and desist and ultimately her getting sued. Right. But now she's bringing the nonsense to 50 Cent. She starts off by trying to allude to nefarious activities on 50 Cent's behalf, because 50 Cent hasn't been called as a witness yet, or 50 Cent hasn't been questioned about Diddy, which to me actually proves the opposite, right? If someone who I guess have known Diddy for I don't know how many years, who actually don't like Diddy, they've been beefing. If that person who is close enough to the situation hasn't been called, hasn't been talked to, isn't being investigated or probed into, then that should probably speak towards their innocence. Jaguar.
Let me say this. I think if anybody around the game has a clean nose so far as this type of stuff is concerned, it's this man right here. I'm going to tell you why. Because he's far too bold with trolling and teasing people and all that to have skeletons in his closet. I'm sure it's probably some women that might could lie on 50. And I'm going to be honest with you. I think them women was probably from a long time ago. He too smart. He too smart. He know what he's doing, and he's watching other people's downfall.
Jack, who do you think is all going to be in the RICO?
Who do I think's going to be in it?
Yeah.
How about we say it like this? Since people like putting me in lawsuits fraudulently, and everyone wants to sue me, let's be a little careful with that. I'm going to tell you who I think should be in it. Sean Carter.
Right, you say that every day.
Periwinkle Jackson. I'm about sick of him. Did you see that crap that he put up last night?
She just naming people she don't like no more now.
What he put up?
Finger in the Jigger Man for helping Diddy boom Kid Cudi's car.
I look at that. That sounds a little crazy.
That's interesting, isn't it?
She's talking about this post right here where 50 Cent says,
"This is why I fuck with Flago. Save me some time, homie.
Friends till the end. Jay, you still there? We blew up Kid Cudi's car to show him who's the boss. LOL."
He had to be kidding. He had to be kidding.
So 50 Cent is trying to allude that Jay-Z is somewhat involved in Kid Cudi's car being blown up.
But he don't know. He messing around.
Unagree, to be honest. I feel like Diddy was in his own madness with that one. But that's the thing I guess I don't understand with Jaguar Wright. Jaguar Wright has essentially laid on the worst possible accusations against Diddy, against Jay-Z. Jaguar Wright has assumed that Jay-Z was somewhat involved in Aaliyah's death and in other deaths. So Jaguar Wright has levied more serious...
I mean, maybe, but the thing is... Listen, if a dude shot 3 people, don't say he shot 4. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you know things, say that. But when you get to just put everything on everybody, and look, don't get it confused. I do think that there is a part of these freak-offs that's not being explored, like the Hollywood parties and all that. I don't think they're going to expose any of that stuff. But I think in those situations, those people made choices, and they was down with it. Jaguar characterized those parties as the quote unquote, freak offs. And she turned out to be inaccurate. Completely inaccurate. And also to say Diddy is how she walked women out of the club. That's the thing that really, really stood out to a lot of people, how she walked women out of spaces with Diddy. But as we see, as things go on, Diddy don't even like girls like that. He had Cassie, he has his beard or whatever, and he definitely he'll pop somebody to work for him across the mouth. And I'm not saying that, lightly, but that's not even his thing.
Against Jay-Z than 50 Cent is, but somehow she has an issue with 50 Cent saying this about Jay-Z and Diddy. I don't understand. I feel like it's contradictory. If you believe that Jay-Z is somewhat involved in Aaliyah's death or other people's death, then why wouldn't you believe that he'll be involved in Kid Cudi?
Funny thing is he's always saying little slick stuff, and nobody ever figured he needs to be subpoenaed for any of it. If we go back and we think about things that he said before Cassie filed the lawsuit, right before Cassie filed the lawsuit, he was talking about how Diddy used to send videos of Cassie getting partied on, getting freaked off on.
He did say that. That's true. So you saying because of that he was complacent, or are you saying he helped? Is that what you're trying to say?
And he said he called it and he said, "Oh, have you seen this? I thought this was your girl. I thought you loved her." "Oh yeah, she loves it. She loves it. Whoopty-whoopty-woo, yada, yada, yada." That was evidence of a freak-off that he had footage of. Why was that not subpoenaed?
I don't know why 50 Cent wasn't called. I'm not about to begin to speculate. I don't know. From my perspective, there's just too many people, bruh. Listen, I was surprised that Gene Deal wasn't called. Gene Deal was Diddy's ex-bodyguard who's been doing interviews for about 10 years explaining how he witnessed Diddy doing things to Kim Porter, to Misa, to other people, how Diddy has committed crimes in front of him. So I
think some people weren't called because they don't want to dig too deep. Diddy knew too many people, was involved with too many people. And if you ask one person, they bring up the right name, then they can monkey branch to the next name, and the defense will go one way and the prosecution go another way. And next thing you know, everybody's in there. Everybody you ever see on TV ever be running down a Diddy trial. I'm just saying.
Has said, I'm willing to testify. The prosecutors wouldn't touch him. Jaguar Wright herself has stated that she was at freak-offs. Jaguar Wright have literally stated that she used to go and walk the women out the freak-offs.
That's what I was saying. She did. She said that. And it's like, but did you though?
So if Jaguar Wright is claiming that she was presently out at those freak-offs and walking women out to save them, then why hasn't she been subpoenaed? Why hasn't she been caught? So I do feel like the same questions that she's asking could be flipped around and levied upon her.